Welcome to Back to the Heart, a podcast for self-discovery, healing, and embracing true freedom. My name is Amanda, and I am your host, and I invite you to join me as we embark on a transformative journey back to your heart, where we get to choose love over fear. Community is everything when you are on a healing journey. That's why I started this podcast, to share my story and the wisdom that I have picked up from so many amazing people who have inspired me along my journey. Because let's be real, healing is not meant to be done alone. We need connection. We need people who understand, who uplift, and who remind us that we are not crazy for wanting more for ourselves. One of my biggest influencers has been Cathy. A few years ago, I took one of her courses on abundance, and wow, holy shit, it shifted my perspective. She helped me see the power of looking within, embracing abundance, and realizing there's a whole world of possibilities just waiting for us to take. And it was the first time that I truly understood that I did not have to settle for what life handed to me. I could create the life that I wanted. But at that time, I wasn't quite ready to step into that fully. Life had other plans for me and got a little off track. I mean, too much partying, too much carelessness. I was numbing instead of healing. And at the time, I didn't realize it. But looking back, I see that I needed that detour to fully appreciate the path that I'm on now. Eventually, life handed me a wake-up call. I got cheated on again. The relationship ended, which was exactly what I needed. And at that time, I found myself at a crossroads. I had to make some big changes about who I wanted to be, taking ownership of myself, of my actions, of my physical body, of my mental and emotional self. And I started stepping away from the people and the environments that no longer felt aligned. The spaces that were filled with drinking, partying, and just that energy that no longer served me anymore. I knew that I wanted more for myself, but I wasn't sure what that looked like yet. And then, in the most divine timing, I met my now husband, Sebastian, and let me tell you, meeting him was one of those moments where you just know the universe is guiding you. Our relationship is so unique because he's from Chile. While he knew English when we first started dating, he was still learning, and I just knew a little bit of Spanish. This is the point where I realized how big of a challenge communication had been with me, and especially in my previous relationships. Because honestly, this was the first time that I did not feel like I had to over-explain and justify my thoughts, my actions, constantly. This time I actually could be clear and concise with exactly what I was thinking and feeling. No need to add extra words and overcomplicate and overthink about things. I could just be. And that was a turning point in my healing journey. It made me realize how much energy I had spent in the past trying to prove my worth, trying just to be enough. And in this new space, I was learning what it felt like to be accepted just as I am. And the good news is that Sebastian was willing to grow and learn and heal together with me. And that's whenever we found some new sources of inspiration like Morel. We attended this event that he hosts called Awaken. And let me tell you, it was life-changing, completely transformational. If you're on a spiritual path, I highly recommend checking it out. It cracked me open in ways I did not expect, and it helped me see myself, my healing journey, through a completely different lens. Through Awaken, I found this incredible community, and that's really the heart of what I want to share today, is the power of surrounding yourself with people who get it. Community has been everything for us. It's given us support, deep conversations, and the space to grow alongside others who are also on this path. Because as you start digging into this healing journey, you might realize, like I did, that some of those relationships and those people around you are no longer serving your best interest anymore. Those may be situationships, as I call it, where they were convenient. They were people that you were around. And for me, I was building friendships with people that were just in close proximity with me, who also had the common bond of drinking excessively on the regular. So as you start to make shifts internal with your life, now all of a sudden those people that you were doing those things with, experiencing those things with, no longer resonates. And the reality is none of us are perfect. We are all healing in our own way, but when you have people around you that lift you up instead of pull you down, it changes everything. No matter where we come from, no matter where I've connected with these people in different parts of the country, different parts of the world, it's been incredibly beautiful to have this community, to be able to share together because we are all connected. We are all one. So if you are listening and you don't have a community yet, this is your sign. Take this as a little nudge to yourself. I highly encourage you to find a community. Trust that the universe will guide you, whether it is a recommendation, a post that pops up, or a conversation that sparks something inside of you. Listen to that inner voice. You will know when you have found your people. There are so many out there. Everybody has a different preference of the types of styles that you like, but get in with a community. And if nothing comes to mind, reach out to me. I would love to connect and help guide you in the right direction. The plan in the future will be that I create my own community and we can have these conversations together. In the meantime, as this is growing, send me a DM on Instagram, Back to the Heart to Love Me, and I'll put a link in the show notes for that as well. Let me know if you have questions, if you have topics that you want to hear about, or if you'd like to be a guest on the show and share your story. Okay, so shifting a little bit from the chat about community, I wanted to be real with you guys a little bit about some self-doubts that have been coming up for me. I want to be real. This podcasting journey has brought up so much self-doubt for me. I thought it would be easy. I love talking to people. I've been in sales my whole life. I've been the life of the party. I've been the host of the events. I've been the coordinator of the trips. I've been that connector of people. It's been incredibly surprising to see how much fear has come up since I have started this podcast. And I realize that I have still been playing small and I have been holding back, but no more. I am committing to you now that I am showing up more authentically. And part of this means that most all of the episodes moving forward will be converting to a video podcast, while you can, of course, still listen just fully on audio. But this is a big step for me because I have struggled so much with seeing myself on camera, with self-judgment, little insecurities with how I sound, my accent, the pace, how I look, all of those little things that we tell ourselves. My mouth is moving weird. Why am I looking around? What am I doing? But healing means embracing all of ourselves. And that's what I'm doing. And that is part of letting ourselves be seen. So I am putting it out there. I am doing this for me and for you too. What's coming up next? I wanted to share this with you guys too. We have some incredible guests coming on soon. One of them is going to be Jennifer Blanchard. She is a best-selling author and an absolute manifestation queen. Our conversation was amazing and I cannot wait for you to hear it. I'll also be diving deep into breathwork. If you follow me on social media, you'll know how powerful breathwork has been in my journey. Breath is everything. It releases trapped emotions. It helps us heal and it reconnects us to ourselves. I'll be chatting with the co-founder of the app Beats and Breath, and who is also an author who is all about the science of breathing. So if you have ever wondered about breath work, stay tuned. One last thing, don't try to do this healing journey alone. Find your people. Lean on a community that aligns with your heart. And if you need guidance, reach out to me. I would love for you to be a guest on the show and share your journey. send me a message. I would absolutely love to have you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. Share this with a friend. Until next time, take a deep breath. And keep moving forward. Thank you for listening to today's episode of Back to the Heart. If you are ready to awaken to a life filled with joy and purpose, subscribe now to Back to the Heart on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen. And remember, we are all one. So let's do this together and rediscover the essence of what inspires us all. Back to the Heart.